Yeah, we are back and this is KLONA Conversation. Happy to see you. Watch us banange mu view bwebo, bu subscription bwebo mwebale nnyo bakwano. Thank you so much for those that have shared, have contributed, have commented, have shared among their friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today we are still talking about the waiting on baby. We are still under that series of waiting on baby. I don't know whether you've waited for your baby and it's not coming, or you have your babies and you don't know how it feels to do the waiting. But we've been covering different people on this episode, and today I have my friend who has walked the journey, who has waited on baby, but baby finally came here. I want to hear what happened. What happened? Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Fine. How are
you?
You know, you're just flowing.
No, please don't worry about that. You can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Lilian Gisha Chikova.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Hey, what is the Sambala? I'm the Sambala. I'm better, so, but I'm married. Yeah, Lilian, how have you been?
Good.
How is
good
our
is
baby?
She's fine. She just made 5 years.
Wow, that's good. I know that for sure I waited for that baby to come. I want you to share your story. What happened?
My story.
Fumbirwa.
Fumbirwa, everything was okay. Bazade tebabanja. We went to church, went for honeymoon.
That is which year?
2015. I came back pregnant.
Hey, honeymoon baby.
Yes, honeymoon baby, and we thought everything is going to be as smooth as we were seeing things moving. In second semester, trimester, baby got a bum.
What happened? Were you sick?
No, I didn't fall sick. In fact, I was very okay. Was seated somewhere with my husband playing on the computer some game. I feel like cramps. Check your first pregnancy, you don't know,
So
I feel like
you
cramps.
think it happens?
Yes. So we call our doctor. Naga, you come to the hospital. He sounded worried. So like something might not be right. Reach there and I talk and
How did you feel?
First of all, I felt relieved because the pain was too much.
So like,
but after, then the reality came in. I was like, I've lost my baby.
Was that your first pregnancy in life? Like,
yes, that was my first pregnancy. Yes,
so
I started crying because now Baganda have a way, they had to go and bury the baby boy, the first boy.
For you were in hospital.
Yes, so they took the baby. I didn't even see where they had taken the dead body. That was the first pregnancy. So after that time, I felt sick, like serious sickness.
Why?
Because I don't know the
miscarriage?
Yeah, because I did the evacuation and all that, but after like 8 months, yes. After 8 months, I became pregnant again. Remember, they told me when you get a miscarriage,
so that you
now
forget.
Those 8 months, those are in trouble.
You're sick.
I'm sick, I want the baby because they have told me.
Not coming.
Hey, I'm take a baby.
So by the time that guy wake up.
His dad was happy because he also wanted a baby. So let me tell you, that road of looking for a baby, intimacy, passion, it is looking for a baby. This is a young couple. You're supposed to enjoy the marriage and the intimacy and all that, but we're not looking at the intimacy.
That is 8 months after the other miscarriage.
Yes.
Were you worried?
Of course I was worried. Bangandi after the miscarriage, baby ajirawo. So I'm like, I was supposed to have one baby again. So I didn't know what to expect.
And what was your husband thinking in that time?
We're praying. Praying. You know, the good thing that my partner was so supportive. You know, someone who is there. He doesn't want anyone to say anything about you. It's like, no, you were, like, in fact, people didn't know that
you were looking for baby.
Yes, that we are worried. We are like, no, the baby will come. We are not in a hurry. Let us first enjoy our lives. But the truth is, we are looking for a baby. And by that, it helped us a lot. There's the way it comes down, the pressure from people.
After all, you had a miscarriage. So.
Yes. But let me tell you, when the in-laws want the baby, you don't tell them that I had a miscarriage, so I'll have a baby. they don't count that.
You said the in-laws.
Yes.
That they are watching.
Yes, and
from where you were in your own house.
My friend, when they want a baby,
you
don't
Masaka,
they will come.
And no.
Yes, not in a bad way,
but
because they want a child. I was unlucky. That is the only boy they have in the family. Yes. So family, you need to Canada to remind you that we need a baby. Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
And what would you tell
them? The fathers, the uncles, they will come and remind you that they want a baby. So after 8 months.
And what would your husband do in that moment?
He will tell them that baby will come.
Yes.
In fact, he will tell them, after the other miscarriage, then they will leave.
I know. Oh, that Janet will look for baby. So after that, after the 8 months,
I became pregnant again.
I
I had to look for I think the best gynecologists in Uganda and all over.
I didn't want to make any risk.
Risk. I had the one who would check, who would take me to the scan, another one who would check the baby, another one who would monitor my eating habits. Just know it was like something I was carrying. I don't know.
Like you were carrying gold.
Yes.
And then?
Towards, I think it was around 7 months. I remember I was going at my workplace, they had told me to cut down the work pressure. So I would go at any time that I felt like. So I was going to work on a Monday. But like the whole night I didn't feel anything moving. And you know,
as a mother.
Yes. And that, of course, so I was like maybe the trauma of the other baby and all that. In fact, I had a dream like someone was piercing my stomach that night.
You had a dream?
Yes.
That someone was doing what?
Like someone came and pierced my stomach. Like
that night?
Yes, that night. So
when you woke up, you didn't feel anything?
And by that time, I didn't know those things of praying and praying. You know?
Like a new bride.
Like you pray. Yes, and I felt like, my friend, I went to the hospital. My doctor was not there. So called the nurse to check. The nurse was like, baby, get him scan. Didn't want to tell me. Now the previous baby, I went to a sonographer, told me, Namoboza, what is happening? I was like, Genda doctor wakubulire. Didn't want to give me the bad news. So when this lady was telling me that, Genda scan. So I went, that same sonographer is the same guy I found there. So this time, after he was like, when a baby, you put that down.
Yeah, yes. Just like that.
But I'm telling you, those words up to now, they ring into my head. This baby is dead.
7 months.
I don't know what happened to me, because I don't know what happened. But the next thing, I found myself in a room. They had closed me in some room.
You collapsed from the scan bed. That was so painful.
It was so bad. So I had talked to my dad and to my husband. So they're like, no, the dad must be stronger than the husband. Let us call the dad. When they called my dad.
And told him that the baby died.
No, he collapsed.
You collapsed, they called him, he collapsed.
So they were confused, they didn't know who to talk to. Because they thought another one would maybe die. So they just kept us there in the hospital. And after some time, of course, they talked to you. And they were telling you know what, now we have to get this baby out.
By natural birth or by Caesar?
I think, no, they wanted to do Caesar, but my doctor was like, no, we can't do that to you when you've never had any baby. We are going to induce you and we'll push.
So you pushed. So you had a still birth?
Yes.
No mzal. Oh God.
But before going to the hospital,
where is your husband?
They are looking at church.
He ran out.
He ran to church.
And stayed there.
And cried from there.
Oh God.
So my mother-in-law ran to him. Only one thing. How is that dead baby coming out of my wife?
God.
That is the only thing he wanted to hear. I think it's not.
You know, I've ever had a stillbirth. So you actually don't believe the baby is dead until you see the baby there dead. Yeah, so you're right. So you did not believe into man I food.
Buli sikani eri mu Kampala muno. In fact, emmotoka yantambulirangako. Ng'emmotoka ndaba enduyisa.
You left the hospital and went to another scan.
My doctor was like, mumuleke. Let her do whatever she feels like. Kuba tagenda kukkiriza. Nentambula wandige every scan nayingiranga. The baby is dead. Already I knew that's what they're going to tell me. But I don't know over what has happened.
You hoped that in the process,
so I went to every scan. In fact, I met my old John Dawa. She was like, she's also a doctor. She's like, what? So maybe I think she's the one who calmed me down. Today, just do. Let them induce you. You know that papers and results of one is dead. The more you delay, Omana shading off.
The skin peels off.
Yes, so that was the journey. My husband was there. My church, that period, there are people you need to stand by you. The support you know, otherwise also.
Did your in-laws come back?
To ask for a baby? Of course! For them, they have to ask for a baby.
At least the machine is equal. Which take like, I mean, we are both activists, just that the babies are dying. That is kind of different.
Machines.
Did they tell you that? And I know people can.
People will, of course, they think. That time, I didn't answer Kusaba. Meanwhile, auntie, you know, Baganda, I was not going there.
Yes, now, that's true. That's true. Yes. Those news reached to you.
Oh,
and only women over.
Yes,
I heard.
Women. Never call. God. If these people are tired,
I know.
Seriously, this should be the end.
So not turn hopes. So kusaba.
By the way, Bobo no nyomwana. Ebidala byonna they don't matter.
No innocent.
Tewali.
If you have a good job.
There's nothing. Nagendanga mu church, twagendanga with my husband. Naye nga bw'owuliza byasabasaba mwana. Like, there's nothing. Talina kyayagala kirala. It is kid. We sat because
this time you did not look for the best gynecologist. You looked for church.
This time it was church. It was.
Had you realized that it was spiritual? What triggered you to change from thinking it's a medical problem rather than a spiritual problem?
Yeah, I haven't told you that there's even a time there's a hospital that brings Chinese doctors that they are experts. So they asked us for 1.9. They tell me the problem. So my husband paid
precisely 2 million.
Yes. For consultation. Then the other, I assure you, after checking, seated there, because my husband had stepped out, waiting for the results. The lady told me, "You're barren. You cannot have children."
Kusenteza fe million billion. What to know after 2 million?
I tried to explain to that
I've given
birth to the Indians. I tried to explain to the Indian doctor, I've been having miscarriages. I was like, no. In fact, they put me in machines and all that. No, you cannot. You're barren. We went to Nairobi. We went everywhere.
My viewers need to know those things because now, after that journey, like, where else did you go and what did they tell you?
First of all, is it okay if I mention that?
Yes.
I went to case. I did everything they would tell me to do, but nothing. Like, they would check, like I'm normal. they thought maybe we are not compatible with my husband.
That's why the babies are dying.
Yes. So when they checked, we were compatible. The blood group and all that were very okay. In fact, we were able to have
healthy children.
Yes. They checked everything. We were very okay. So they were wondering what is happening. Because we are willing, there's that injection they give if you're not compatible. So at least we are ready to do that so that we can have that.
Kwanga, you're already married.
Yes. And they will do all the tests on us.
And they prove that you are compatible.
Yes.
So medically there was no problem.
There was no problem.
Even when you went to Nairobi?
They they checked for compatibility with my husband. Still were okay. In fact, they were wondering why we are not having baby.
So after the second, you got pregnant with a third baby?
Yes. First of all, when my husband found out I was pregnant, I think he carried all in his bed to church. He never slept in the house for the whole time I was pregnant.
Celebrating a testimony or a testimony?
Ngasaba.
Ngasaba chi?
Ngasaba mwana aberemu this time to
So after you got pregnant, he was in church all the way?
All the time.
Okay. We are taking a break and we are coming back. We will find out, did she give birth to finally the third baby or what happened? Yes, we are back and we were still discussing with Lilian. She's sharing her story on waiting on the baby. I don't know your story. If you want to share, inbox me. I'll host you. So that's so people can know what is happening. People have different stories. Lilian has gone through the period of stillbirth. It's not easy. But we are saying you had the third baby. You were pregnant with a third baby.
Yes.
And you spent the whole entire night praying. Crying to God to keep this baby.
That third pregnancy, we had to dedicate everything to God.
So you had given up on the medical reports, you had given up on anything. Now you knew that yes. God was to
First
help.
of all, we believe that we can have babies.
Yeah, machine is
namunyo. But before that, there's a time when, because the second pregnancy was bad, I almost died. So my husband was like, oh, but to be okay. Like we're losing hope. There's that thing that comes in and
of giving up, the power.
Yes.
The urge of giving up.
We sat on a round table, we're discussing, what to be okay, because the third pregnancy, you might die. So we're like, you wanted to hear from me. Is it okay? Does alemoga wofato? Okay, that's what I mean. So I was like, are you okay? Like, I don't mind. We can be there without kids. Like, like we pimp up the room. So now already maybe there's bad luck if you put the baby's room
like
and all
you prepare
that.
before the baby comes.
In fact, I would tell people I don't want those things, so baby shower and all that. I don't believe. But here comes the third pregnancy. I felt so nice.
During the pregnancy?
Yes. I was praying like everything would flow. It was like I was communicating to God directly. Like, I think I'd learned how to pray. My husband was so prayerful. So in the night after they put the baby in my chest, the baby did not cry.
Oh God. I thought we were having our miracle. The baby didn't cry.
I'm telling you, the baby, it's Elsa, but she did not cry. So the midwife was like, already they knew my story, you know, they have the file and all that. The midwife was telling the doctor, and thank God the doctor was there, that, but this baby is not crying. Oh my God, Lois. I almost collapsed on that bed.
That baby
so the doctor was like, no, you haven't cut the umbilical cord. So it feels comfortable, like still inside.
Oh.
So after cutting, the baby cried. But that period of the baby is not crying.
Even just thinking about it.
Oh, it was too hard on me. So they got the baby and handed the baby to my husband. He prayed in that labor ward, like, put the baby in the chest, and could not believe. They didn't know that journey we had gone through.
We had gone through of not having a live baby. And after that, did you feel like I'm having another baby like 3 months after? Or you thought I should wait?
No, I didn't think of waiting because I really wanted to have another baby quick.
Because you had enough losses.
Yes.
How many years are these from marriage, from the time you got married to the time when you gave birth to Elsa?
They were just 3 years, but they were like 100 years of waiting.
You can imagine.
Yes.
And because of the stillbirths, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
So
you
like
wanted,
after the baby,
you wanted to
in
try
fact,
another
when
one.
the doctor told us it's now okay to be intimate, we started looking for another baby, but the baby did not come.
The journey for looking for babies is real.
Yes.
You know, they say babies are a gift from God, and it sounds like it's like oxygen. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes as in you move around, you see oxygen. Eh?
Yes, and you move somewhere, you see very many babies for one person, and you're like, but God, they just want one.
There are people who are having miscarriages. I mean, there are people who are doing abortions simply because they are pregnant and they don't want it. So the fact that you're pregnant, so when you started looking for a second baby after Elsa, what happened? Did you get others?
Not yet, but I'm believing.
You're still trusting. Up to now you haven't gotten. So how old is Elsa?
5 years. She just made 5 years.
So 5 years after, it's not even that we are even having miscarriages. It's not even we are having stillbirth. It's just that now baby is not coming.
Baby is not coming because my husband is not in the country.
Okay.
Yes, but we've tried like twice and the baby would not come. But I think maybe the timing.
Okay.
The timing was not right.
So I want to ask Lilian, for someone who is going through this journey, what would you advise them to do?
Prayer. Prayer works.
Works more than IV?
It depends.
Oh,
there are some people naturally
combination.
who cannot have babies, like they cannot have, which is okay. You can do IV, but there's the way, and even that one, you're not assured. So even when you're doing that, still you need prayers, because I've had stories of very many people who have tried like 5 times and it has not worked. So prayer. You have to keep praying, like you talk to God, like you really explain to God, you tell God, please,
I need a baby.
I need a baby. And you know, I have breasts, I have everything that can, like I can make a baby.
And I'm a woman.
Yes,
God.
and I'm a woman.
And
I need a baby.
What was the role of your partner in all this?
He was there. By the
No,
way,
for us who don't have partners who are there, like ngataliwo nga wali physically naye nga gwomanyi oba ozaala oba tozaala.
yeah, by the way, men they think for them they cannot have problems.
Definitely.
Yet there are several men who have problems, so they're like, boba tozaala, I'll try somewhere else.
Definitely.
Never mind ekinyuma to have babies with a person you love, because by the time you look for an option, tomwagala. Lwaki si gwe wasookerako?
Exactly.
Yes. If you have an option, then tomwagala, you're just forcing
to have a baby.
Yes.
So that means also that babies you won't like them.
Yes, you not like them. But you feel like omuntu gw'oli naye akyagala. There's a way it gives you courage.
Hope.
Yes. Kati nga nze gamba, oh, but tofa ddala. But because I knew he was there, I was like, no, we can do it. Tujafuna omwana.
Okay.
Yes.
And that helped a lot.
Yes, it helps a lot.
The people who don't have money to do the hospitals, to do what, to do the checks, to be sure that it's not the woman but also the man, you know, what do you advise them to do?
They cannot, first of all, I think there is public hospitals. They help. By that, what I realized, abantu, they feel bw'obanyonnyola your story, like what you're going through. There's the way they're willing to help. Nebo ba midwives bemulanga bakambwe. When you tell them that, you know what, is like this
situation.
Yes, they are willing to help even if you don't have money. And you know, it's not about having money. It is like believing in yourself. You wake up and you're like, I have to do this. I need a child. Nino genda ndabe. I ask people. And there are some people, abaina stories in Gezang. They're always willing to help. By the way, when I'm praying, I never miss of praying for women who are looking for, struggling to have a baby, I always put them in my prayers because I know, I feel it. I know what I went through. I would laugh outside, I cry on my pillow every night.
No, there are things I don't know. I am not part of those people who waited for babies for long. I had honeymoon babies and babies. But I meet people who say, if you see someone is not giving birth, please don't ask them, baby aliwa. But you see, it is also hard for society to know your situation, you know. Do you think that if someone missing a gamba, they saw you pregnant last year, and say, hey, baby, Lilian was all. And you feel bad because she has asked?
No, it is not feeling bad. And by that is how you ask.
Because you saw her pregnant.
Yes, there are some people like, hey, like, hello, how is the baby? I don't think I can get annoyed bombos auntie. How is the baby?
In public. How are you, Anang? Baby was like shouting.
You see,
I'm saying how you don't know that the baby died.
It's how you ask, because you don't assume. I told you.
They don't know.
You don't have to assume. When you meet someone, ask politely. Like I meet my OGs and I expect them to be having kids. Hey. But I don't ask them, but and all that. Like, hello, do you have little ones? Like you, I haven't had any. Like that person.
Some people, even that one annoys them. So what should we do as the public to support people who are struggling?
I'm telling you, Lois, no one gets annoyed because most times
when you ask those
let me tell you, your situation, you need help. Everyone's help counts. You feel like it is true. You're going to produce the next day. You get. So is how you ask, how you talk to those people. I remember you'd ask me for the second baby, and the way you'd talk to me is not like, hey, the way they talk to you and you feel like, hey, hold on, like you get. So it's how you talk about it.
We need some coaching on how to talk to people, but honestly, it is a complicated style even for the community people like the in-laws. Did they ever come back to see Elsa?
Yes, they do. And by that, it was not in a bad way.
Are they asking for another one?
Of course.
It's in a bad way they had their children. They should have settled for those ones, really. Were they happy finally you had a child?
Very happy.
Okay. Well, in a conversation, today we are going to be done and we are going to stop there. Thank you so much, Lilian, for sharing your story. I hope someone learned. If you have any comments, please comment in the comment section. You can share, you can like, you can comment, subscribe. Please watch all other videos that we have shared. We have good content. Till next time, bye.